Snatch time. So last week I think I posted a story in which I asked how many people might need a snatch tutorial warm-up. Turns out 100% of the votes say that they needed one. So here's what we're going to do now. I'm just going to show you what I do when it's my time to snatch. Whether it's power or squat, I don't really change my routine much. And I'm just going to guide you through. I might not do all of it the whole time, just so you don't have to see me for 15 minutes, but maybe like 5 to 10 minutes you're going to have to look at me and see how quickly this t-shirt is going to turn dark gray. So before I go into the barbell, I usually try to move for a few minutes. The simple reason is that I'm not 20 anymore. I actually need a little bit of time, whether it's biking or jogging or running or whatever the case may be. I like to get myself ready a little bit. The good part of today is that we're into our new gym, there's no fans and all the doors are closed, so I'm boiling hot, so I'm kind of warm already. So what I do after that, after I get my heart rate up and start to sweat a little bit, just a little bit of mobility. Few drills that I really enjoy to do are just get down on your knee, knee over your ankle, hands down to the floor. From here, I just lower my elbow without pushing my knee forward. I do this 8 to 10 times just to open up a little bit my hips and my hamstrings. So 8 to 10 of these, and then what I do is by keeping my hands on the floor, I try to extend my leg in front, so my leg front is straight, and I push my hips back 8 to 10 times, also on this side. Then we move on, other side. Hands down on the floor, and then lower the elbow. What a lot of people do here is to push the knee forward, but that kind of like defeat the purpose of it. Okay, so try to keep your knee just over your ankle, and just lower your elbow. You're definitely gonna feel some stretch down here, and then here's the same. Push back until you feel your hamstring stretching out a little bit. Now, these are my two favorite. There's a lot of other exercises you could be doing, and that sometimes I do. Another one that I really like is feet on the floor, feet don't move, and open up your hips side to side. If you're a pro, you can do that with your arms up as well. I'm not a pro, but that's something that you could be doing. When I'm done with that, especially if I have to do squat onto my snatch, I like to spend a little bit of time into the bottom of the squat. What I do from here, grab one foot, touch the other one, try to open up my chest and my upper body a little bit, okay? The good part for me is that my chest is not massive, so it doesn't take that much time to open it. But from here, try to stay like upright, rotate, just get overhead and open up a little bit. Then, especially if it's a power session, what I try to do is either a few like jump squats or broad jumps, just anything that it could be explosive. So if you're somewhere in Europe now and it's snowing, you may not want to start jumping straight away, but if you're like me already warm, you can probably do that. So what I try to do if it's a power session, just like get down to the bottom of the squat and try to work a little bit on being explosive. And I know that I'm explosive if I lose my shoes. If shoes goes off, explosive enough. So this is what I like to try to do. And then, according to how my week is going, some days my glutes might be tighter or my quads, and I just add a little bit of that. But so generally speaking, a couple of minutes of moving, biking, running, whatever the case may be, a couple of minutes stretching, mainly hips, bottom of the squat, and then I move on into the barbell. Now, when I move on into the barbell, I usually do 3 rounds of warm-up. First one, just to get comfortable with the barbell. Second, we run things up. On the third one, I pretend I'm literally going for my 1 rep max, so every lift is as lifting time. So I give a little bit of time to myself to get ready, and then I go for it. And I repeat each movement that I'm going to show you now 5 to 6, 8 times. I usually do a few more reps at the beginning just to get myself ready, and then as the round goes up, I take a few reps off. So on my last round, maybe I do like 3, 4 reps max. What I like to start with, get my barbells up, get ready, go into my snatch stance. Then from here, I'm just gonna work on the first snatch deadlift. Just gonna go for 5 to 8 times. I'm not gonna show you too many reps. As I say, I don't want you to look at me for the rest of the day. But here's what I start with, just some nice simple snatch deadlift. After I'm done with that, I'm gonna start to bring the barbell overhead. So what I do from here, I start off the hang position and I work my way through some muscle snatch without hip contact. So I just leave the hip out of the way and I just work my way with the muscle. If you want, you can start working also off the floor. stand up, and work your way through some muscle snatch. I really like this, it makes me feel like really ready. Done with that, bring the barbell on my back. From here, few push press from behind the back. Just some deep and drive. When I'm done with that, I start to work on some catches and I try to go a little bit lower, little bit lower, little bit lower. When I get to the parallel, from here, I just chuck in a few overhead squats just to make sure that I'm comfortable at the bottom of the squat. And then from here, I actually go to the bottom of the squat. So before I get there, I like to do a few squats just to make sure that I'm ready. After a few reps, barbell on the back, we finish with a few press out. And we go with soft press behind the neck. Everything after that, warming up and talking. Now look at my t-shirt, I told you it was gonna happen. After that, according towards my session, I'm gonna start to warm up the proper movement. So this is still round one. So let's say that I have a hand power snatch. Of course, I'm gonna pay more attention to that. I have a full squat session, full squat bench section. I'm gonna warm up that a little bit more. So according to what I have that day, the next part is going to be like, okay, today we have, hang power snatch. So I'm gonna spend a little bit more time. Try to practice the hang power. And probably I don't need to do full squat snatches because I don't need that movement for today. I usually go through a few reps into the squat anyway just to get my legs ready. But if you have to do like hang power snatch, don't spend 45 minutes warming up your squat snatch. I think we can all agree with that. And this is pretty much it. So this would be kind of my first round. And now I will go into the movement that I do later. So today for me is a squat snatch kind of day. So what I would do maybe first few reps off the hang, not in a full squat yet. Rep 1 felt good. Rep 2 in full squat, felt nice. And now what I'm gonna do from here now is starting position. Nearly full squat, felt good. Starting position, full squat, felt great. So I'll do a few more. And then I'm gonna start again. Same thing that I've done at the beginning, but I would just ramp up the intensity a little bit more. I would not be talking, which would help me. And this is pretty much it. I usually spend 10-15 minutes to get ready, and I'm good to go. I hope this helped you, and if it did, let me know. If it didn't, let me know. There's always room for improvement, and hopefully I'm gonna bring out a few more warm-up drills that I usually do when I train. See you next.